Yo, what's going on? It's Votonomous here, back with a speculation video. Before we get started, if you're brand new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers, and also like the video. It would mean a lot to me. We also have a Discord server you could join if you'd like. It'll be in the description of the video, and also here's my Twitter. You can follow this as well. This will also be in the description. So, for the anniversary stream, this is going to happen June 14th, I believe at night. There is going to be a DBD anniversary stream, and we are going to find out probably new collabs. I know for a fact that we're going to at least find out if there's a new music collab. I know that Matthew Cote actually said something about music. I'm going to play that right now, actually, for you. This is from Slasher Radio.
The music collabs are really cool. You know, it's something so different. And having the, as a music fan, those songs and those bands or those artists that give you that horror vibe and that horror core a little bit, and you literally bring them into that world.
Then I think you really should not miss our 10th anniversary.
Well, damn.
So we're going to be getting a brand new music collab of some sorts. Could be Ghost, could be Ice Nine Kills. I'm not going to really speculate too hard on that. I think that, because, okay, here's why I think we're going to find out what the next license is going to be during the anniversary stream. Because they kind of, like, the way they handled Jason and the way they handled, like, announcing Jason and showing him off before the PTB, we typically get a live stream before the PTB, and we didn't. They decided to have content creators show off Jason the day before, and then PTB the next day for everybody to play. So that was something very unique that they did. This is the first time they've ever done something like that. So the anniversary stream being on June 14th, they've got to have big surprises. This is the 10th anniversary stream. If Jason wasn't your main topic for the 10th anniversary stream, there's got to be something more. We obviously know that there's going to be the Angel Killer in like August or something, but I figured I would talk about potential licenses that are going to be coming to the game. So we already know that there's going to be a music collab. Like I said, it could be Ghost, it could be Ice Nine Kills, who knows. It's probably going to be a skin. It's probably going to be a collection, just like the other music-related stuff was. But I'm going to speculate on the license chapter that's going to be revealed during the 10th anniversary stream. So let's start with Slenderman and Pennywise. Here we have Eric Pope. 2 Eric Pope tweets, and he said this right after Jason was revealed. First, we're going to start with this. Could still be Pennywise under the mask, though. And then he also stated, and Jason is kind of a Slenderman depending on your POV. And Eric did say, I'd love to have Slenderman personally. I don't make the calls, and I also know his licensing in particular is complicated. I think with these 2 tweets alone, we can assume that it is not going to be Pennywise or Slenderman. I don't think Pennywise or Slenderman are happening for a long time. I don't think Pennywise is happening, period. I said this before Pennywise was a potential killer for the 10th anniversary. I said that I don't think Stephen King is going to play ball. I don't think Stephen King's going to put Pennywise in Dead by Daylight anytime soon. So that is not surprising. As far as Slenderman goes, that's also unfortunately not surprising because his license is very complicated. But it seemingly, it looks that Eric Pope kind of just confirmed that both Pennywise and Slenderman are nowhere near on the table right now. So as far as a new license announcement, I don't think it's going to be them. I also want to bring up, because I actually don't have this tweet up on my computer, but I do want to bring up that Bendy is still on the table, but I do think he's going to be a March chapter. And if you don't know why Bendy could be a potential killer in Dead by Daylight, please watch some of my other videos. I discuss more in detail about it. So that's potential for like a March chapter, but I'm talking about the next license chapter. So I got 2 licenses that could definitely be next. The Last of Us is not a joke. The Last of Us could genuinely happen. IGN made a mistake. They listed The Last of Us as one of the chapters for Dead by Daylight for the 10th year anniversary. I think that obviously it was wrong because Jason is the 10th anniversary killer, but we do have typically a survivor chapter these days. If you look at the past few years, we've had a lot of different licensed chapters that were just survivors. Alan Wake, Lara Croft, Nicolas Cage, and most recently we had The Walking Dead. So I could totally see them doing something like The Last of Us, and because IGN put this, and because they actually leaked Chucky before, maybe they know something, maybe they actually knew The Last of Us was coming up. And The Last of Us could easily be like a July chapter, just like how The Walking Dead was a July chapter. So I do think as far as like licensed survivors go, I would be willing to bet that The Last of Us is next for like mid-chapter, like in between the Angel Killer and Jason. I do think The Last of Us is a strong bet. We'll have to wait and see for the roadmap to see what we're exactly getting and what's a license and what's not. But right now, my early guess is that we're going to see something Last of Us related. And if we do see, well, obviously we'll see the roadmap. If we do see a July chapter that has like 2 survivors and it's a license, I'm going to say that's The Last of Us. It could also be something like Supernatural, but I'm going to say that's The Last of Us. Okay, real quick, because I was just given this information literally like right now. Shock showed me the roadmap for the next couple weeks, and it looks like we are getting a new survivor in June. It appears that the new survivor, it looks like that survivor is actually not coming with Jason, so Jason will be a standalone killer. Whether the survivor is licensed or not, who knows? They've been very hush-hush about it, so maybe there is a possibility that it is a licensed survivor. We don't really know. Maybe the perk titles were also nonsense. They also did, for whatever reason, this is kind of important, they did say that for the perk icons, they made sure to put generic people because they want it to be a surprise who the survivor is. So that kind of just leads me to believe that it's going to be a license. I think... oh god, I don't know. If it's just one survivor, I really don't know. I'm still going to say that The Last of Us is a very good option. I'm trying to think about the perks, though, and it doesn't really seem Last of Us-y. The perks themselves, I don't know. So this kind of just throws everything off. I don't know where I'm going to insert this into the video, but I'm inserting it. So, new survivor, June, likely to be licensed because they're very hush-hush about it. So we're getting Jason on June 16th, and we're getting the new survivor June 25th. I don't know. This could also be an original survivor. It definitely could, but it would have to be a hell of a original survivor for them to be this secret about it. So I also want to talk about this tweet that was made. Dead by Daylight added Rhea Ripley and asked, "Do you play DBD?" Now, you could assume that this is obviously a WWE-related collab. It's not that simple. If you click onto Rhea Ripley's account, obviously, right there, front and center, Art the Clown. There's so many Rhea Ripley and Art the Clown t-shirts as well if you go to, like, Hot Topic and stuff like that. I literally just saw, like, 3 of them the other day. I think them asking, like, adding Rhea Ripley and saying, "Do you play DBD?" I think this is more so a sign of Art the Clown. I am going to lock in that the chapter after the Angel chapter, what's in August, is going to be Terrifier. I don't know what exactly we're gonna get. Hopefully we would get a full chapter. Hopefully Sienna would be a survivor. Hopefully we'd get a Terrifier map. The Terrifier itself would be really cool, or if you don't do the Terrifier for whatever dumb reason, you could do the mall. That could also be really cool, because we don't have a mall in DBD. But I do think, just based off of this one tweet alone, I do think we are finally going to get art. I'm pretty sure the Terrifier movie is also coming out relatively soon as well, the 4th and final one. So they could kind of, for Terrifier's release, could have a Terrifier chapter for Dead by Daylight that isn't impossible because we've had Stranger Things Chapter 2 come out around the same time. It was supposed to come out when Stranger Things Season 5 was coming out, but it came out kind of afterwards because it got pushed back. So I think so far, from what I've seen, from what we know, Slenderman and Pennywise off the table. I don't know. I'm still going to hold strong on the fact that Last of Us could definitely come into the game at some point. And I'm going to say that The Last of Us could still definitely come into the game soon-ish. I don't know. But I am still going to definitely lock in the fact that I think Art the Clown is going to be the November chapter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we'll have to find out who this new survivor is. I'm sure they're going to show us during the 10th anniversary stream. So I am excited to watch that. I am very excited for the 10th anniversary live stream. I'm going to be streaming it. If you don't already know, I've been streaming a lot recently. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. I will be reacting to the 10th anniversary live stream that happens June 14th. So make sure you stay tuned for that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they will actually show the next licensed chapter in the 10th anniversary stream? Or do you think all we're going to see is the music collab and more stuff about Jason? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I just figured I'd go ahead and give you my thought process. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.